Hello there, Chuck and friends. It is Make and Maria, your independent Chuck Couture designer. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Monday night. Oh my gosh, can you believe it's Monday already? Where the heck did the weekend go? You know, really, why don't they last longer? I really need them to last longer. Could you guys work on that for me? Oh my goodness, it went super fast and craziness. We are making funness tonight. Oh my gosh. So I gotta tell you a funny story. My daughter is taking a cooking class. I think I've told you guys this already. So she's taking this cooking class, and maybe I didn't tell you this. I thought maybe I told you yesterday. I don't know. Today's all kind of ramble together. So my daughter's taking this cooking class at school. It's part of school. They learn all kinds of things. They learn how to, I'm not complaining because like for her homework, she has to make dinner. She has to do the laundry. You know, it's kind of like a life class where they learn how to be little humans. And so she's baking cookies. So she made these cookies at class, and she was all disappointed because my husband left town and he left before she got to bring the cookies home. She was all disappointed because he was gone and he wasn't, you know, Daddy wasn't going to get to eat her great cookies, right? So yesterday she made cookies again. And I wasn't really paying that much attention because, you know, she learned how to do this at school. So, yeah, okay, what was I thinking? Well, so she burned her finger trying to take the cookies out of the oven. And she burned, like, the inside of her thumb. Did not go over very well. The cookies, however... Okay, so I'm totally digressing here. We're not even talking about chalk yet. She used wax paper instead of parchment paper in the oven. So that was fun to clean up. And the butter wasn't soft, so some of the cookies had bigger chunks of butter in them than others. They actually turned out really good, though. They taste delicious. But I did feel bad for her, and after the fact, I'm like, you know, maybe you should have paid a little more attention and been a little bit more like a mother. It is always surprising to me that my children survive, quite honestly. But she did survive, and so in honor of her cookie baking ability, we're making her a fun little cookie jar so that she can put all of her baked goods goodness in them. So I'm making her a cookie jar, and then I figured, well, as long as I had them out, you know how much I love to chalk on cookie tins, so we might as well make a cookie tin too. So those are our projects for the day. We're going to use the same, I think, we're going to use the same transfer on both. But I am making Maria. I am your independent Chuck Couture designer, and we are using an amazing product called Chuck Couture to create beautiful things here every evening about 9 o'clock Central Time, with the exception of Saturdays. I hit that live button, and not only do I spill all the gory details of my life, because this is my true confessions moment, but you know, hopefully you learn a little something about how to use this great product in the meantime as well. So hello, everybody. It looks like everybody is here. Hello, Linda Squared and Cheryl and Linda. Nevada Nicole is here. Welcome, everybody. If you are new to our little chalking party, please say hi. We'd love to know where you are from because we have people that watch from all over the country. And we are a chit-chatty group. So, okay, I always drag you guys right in there with me. I'm chit-chatty. I know you're shocked. I know. Everyone's shocked that Maria's chit-chatty. I am chit-chatty. Feel free to join in our conversation. Even though you're new, I know we kind of know each other, but, you know, feel free to just jump right in. We love new people, and we are a very welcoming chalking group. That's one of our goals, is to be as welcoming as possible. So join right in our conversation. If you can do this, it helps me tremendously. So please, please, please take a moment to hit that button. It helps me a ton when you do that. So we are taking the baking company Bread, Pies, Desserts, Homemade Daily with Love. I hope she's not going to make cookies every day. She might. She loves cookies, and she was pretty good at it once we had the conversation about the difference between wax paper and parchment paper. I guess I'm kind of lucky she didn't set the house on fire. Well, I'm digressing. Let's talk chalk. All right, so I have this really fun little cookie jar. This is just one of those glass jars you can get all over. I tend to not spend a ton of money on them, but I love these jars because they're very nice chalking surface and they make really nice gifts. So, like in this case, you know, we're going to put the baking company on it, but this is one of those really nice, like, you can put like all kinds of, let's say somebody's got a cold. You can put all like different cold medicines and cough drops and stuff in here, and this makes a very nice vessel for a fun gift. But it's also a beautiful chalking surface. So it really gives you some nice creativity options to make fun little gifts. And they're not expensive. And you can find them everywhere. Pretty much everywhere sends them. So you can chalk on pretty much any surface I have yet. Well, unless it's super bumpy. But you can really chalk on anything. And chalk is semi-permanent. So Chalk Couture makes these amazing adhesive silkscreen transfers. And Chalkology paste, which is the chalk paste that we're going to use, with a squeegee, and we squeegee it across. You lift it up, and voila! You have beautifulness, just like that. Don't you love that? Voila! Yeah. Okay, so I have no artistic talent whatsoever, but I can make pretty things, and I use this product to do so. There's 5 million different things you can do. Okay, that's a slight exaggeration. There's a lot of different things that you can do with this product. Not only from a creativity standpoint, but from a business standpoint as well. I like to teach workshops and talk to you guys and make things and sell them occasionally. I don't do a ton of that. I used to do that more than I do it now. But there's all kinds of different ways that you can take this product and have a little side hustle or a full-time job, depending on how much you want to work it. So if you're interested at all in the opportunity to figure out if this is something that you might want to do, message me, and I'd be happy to share the just kind of the general information with you. And then you can decide if it's something that you think you would want to do or not. So I'm going to take our transfer out of its fun little plastic container. Oh, the other thing I wanted to say, tomorrow is Workshop Wednesday. I know, you're like, it's not Wednesday. And I know, I usually do have a hard time figuring out what day of the week it is, but I kind of double booked myself, which doesn't happen often, but when it does happen, it's really entertaining. I have a workshop on Wednesday night, a Me and 3 workshop on Wednesday night. So I moved our workshop Wednesday. Thank you to all of you who were so willing to, who had signed up to do the workshop. You are all very willing to let me move it to Tuesday. So tomorrow night we are making the wooden earrings. If you are local to me and you want to join along with us, I still have a few, I have a few of the supplies left over. So if you want to make our wooden earrings with us tomorrow night, you're welcome to stop by tomorrow and pick up the materials. But that's what our workshop Wednesday is for tomorrow night. And the next workshop Wednesday is the splash technique. So I wanted to give you a quick, this is what the splash technique is. The splash technique is a background, and it's this very lyrical, to me, watercolor background that you make on canvases, and then we chalk over it. So it kind of gives you that opportunity to not have necessarily a white or a background, but kind of, this watercolory look is super trendy right now and very popular. And you can do this on any size canvas. I like the flat canvases, but you don't have to do it on the flat ones. You can do them on the stretched ones. But it's really a fun, and wait till you see how easy this is. I mean, this is like crazy easy. So then you make your watercolor background, and then you can chalk right over it. So in the Workshop Wednesday kit, it is on March 4th. You get everything. You get 2 canvases, you get the frame to frame it, which I don't think I have on the sheet. You get a frame, you get the materials that you need, you get a chalk paste, you get the markers, you get everything you need. So that workshop is on March 4th. So if you are interested in the splash technique workshop, let me know so I can get those materials out to you. I'll come pick up tomorrow, maybe between 11 and 11:30. Yeah, Lisa, you can do that. I'll leave them on my front porch. I actually won't be here. Because I will be with Amanda, who's our next comment. She wants to do the earrings. Could you bring this stuff to Mom Time? Yes, I will bring those to Mom Time. So, Lisa, I won't be here. I won't get back probably until noon-ish. Between 11:30 and noon, I get back. I can drop them off to you, though, too, Lisa, if that would be easier. So, yeah, we're making earrings tomorrow night. Yes, Amanda, I will bring them to you. And then you guys can just create right along with me. But the splash one is the next one. It's on March 4th. And then the one, I haven't posted it yet, but the one after that is going to be the board and pillar sign, which any A size transfer can go on. Oh, and that's the other thing with the splash. If you want to do this, you can put any H size transfer on these, and I have a bunch of options for you to pick from. So let me know. If you want to do that, we'll have to pick out a transfer that you want to make with that. Hey, Lisa G. Hey, Amanda. Hello, Cheryl. Hey, Kathy K. Welcome, Kathy K. I got to get you your stuff, too. I think I'll be out by you. we'll get it to you. All right, so anyways, we're making cookies to go with my daughter's wax paper cookies. She's never living this down either. We're not going to tease her about it yet, though. I'm going to wait probably a few years to tease her about the fact that wax paper and parchment paper are not the same thing. But I will tease her about it sufficiently because that's what mothers do, right? She needs a reason to go to therapy later, and I might as well give it to her on a daily basis. Can you imagine being my kid? Poor thing. All right, so I'm going to take my transfer. I'm going to flip it over. I'm going to write the name of the transfer on the back of the transfer. This is Baking Company. Hello, Miss Carol from Illinois. Welcome to our chalking party. So, I took it out of its beautiful little plastic sleeve, its protector. I keep these because it has the directions on the back, step by step. So, when you go home to make your project and you're like, what the heck did she say to me? It's all here, step by step, on how you chalk, how you clean your transfer, everything you do is right here. It also is a very nice way to store them. So I pull it out of the plastic, I put it upside down, I write the name. Now I need to remove it from its backer sheet. This little piece of white paper is called a backer sheet. This is what your transfers get stored on. There's a shiny side and a dull side. The shiny side is the front that you're going to stick the transfer back on. The dull side is the back. Do not put your transfer back on this side. It's more like paper, and if it sits there for a long time on there, it is very challenging at times to get it off. Eventually it will stick permanently to it. So that's why you want to make sure you get it back on the right side, which is why we write on the back of it the name of the transfer. So you set this aside along with this fun little plastic sleeve, because when you're all done and you've washed off your transfer, you're going to put it back on there. So right now my transfer is sticky side up, and I'm going to put it on this beautiful glass surface. And when you put a transfer on glass, it's going to stick like glue, like nobody's business. So you want to do a step which is called fuzzing. And fuzzing is very simple and easy. All you're doing is you're taking your transfer and you're sticking it to something that has lint. I am using my very beautiful Chalk Couture fuzzing towel, which, I think might be I guess I can't say that out here. If you are joining Club Couture this month, you might understand the beauty of a fuzzing cloth from Chalk Couture, because it is a gorgeous thing to have, because it's terry cloth on one side and it's microfiber on the other side. So you can use it, it's multi-purpose. So I'm picking up the lint from my towel, and basically it's making my transfer not as sticky. By making my transfer not as sticky, I don't have to work so hard to pull my transfer off when it sticks like glue, because my transfer is made out of fabric and I don't want to stretch it. Now I have to be careful with these jars because, and I know you keep watching me touch it, but there's seams in the glass. So I want to make sure that I line up where I want my design to go to the seams. Okay, so there we go. So now I'm going to take my transfer and I'm going to put it right on. Now my lines, so this transfer is very pretty border. The border doesn't fit. So I'm not going to worry about the border because I'm not going to use the border. I did get a piece of lint that's like bumpy. You got to get that out or it will cause your silk screen to not adhere properly. Am I straight? I think I'm straight. Okay, this is going to be quick and easy. So I just push it on, get all my air bubbles out. And I was going to just do this in black just so it's the easiest color to see on a clear. And plus that it makes it pretty versatile. Hello, Miss Janine. So this is what Chalkology paste looks like. It is not paint. It doesn't work like paint. It's different. It's chalk. It's just made in a paste form versus like a stick of chalk like your kids would use. So you stir up your chalk paste. You want it to be a yogurt, sour cream-like consistency, which this one is in good shape. If it's not, if it seems really dry, you just add a little water to it and stir it up, and that's how you get it to the consistency that you would like it to be. This is a small squeegee. This is the workhorse of all squeegees. It's the most popular size squeegee. We have several different types of squeegees. This is typically the one most people start with because it's inexpensive and it's the easiest one to start with. But there are other squeegees that as the more you chalk, the more you need other tools, so then you kind of progress into other squeegees. But this is kind of the beginner. And it has two sides. It has a flat side and it has an angled side. This angled side is the front of your squeegee. When you squeegee, pretend this is my jar, you squeegee straight up and down because you are pulling the paste through the silkscreen and taking all that excess off. You are truly squeegeeing. You're not painting, you know, you're not doing this, you're not patting, you're not going flat. You're holding your squeegee straight up and down and going across. This gives you the right leverage to get the paste off that you need to get off. So you're not going flat, you're going straight, and you're going straight across. So I take my squeegee, I dip it right in my chalk paste, I load it up with chalk paste, see I don't have any on my back, and then I go straight up and down. See how I'm not going flat, I'm going straight up and down. I don't need to worry about the border because I'm not going to use the border. And I just go straight up and down. You can chalk on curved surfaces, obviously, because this is curved. You just be careful as you go. So take all my excess, I put it back in my container. I smooth out my lines. Make sure I have my entire silk screen covered. Got a big old blob over there. You don't want to waste your paste. So you take all, see how now I'm taking all that excess off. You can see me squeegeeing it. Get a little more. So all that excess comes right off. You don't want to waste it, and you don't need it on there. So you just take it all off. Now I smooth out my lines, and I'm going to pull my tracer off, and voila, we're going to have this really cute little cookie jar. Ooh, pull it off. Now notice, I'm not pulling it diagonally. I'm pulling it carefully so that I don't stretch the fabric. I take this. I have a water bath right next to me. I'm going to stick it in there. Oh, this is cute. Okay, this is super cute. First thing you do, wipe your squeegee off. Much easier to clean your squeegees when your chalk paste is wet than when your chalk paste is dry. Close up your chalk paste because you don't want to leave it like hanging open, getting dried out. And then I just wash off my little stir stick because I reuse them. And I'm going to dry this off really quick so you can see it. It's easier to see when I'm going to put cookies in it. So I'm just drying it so I don't smear it so I can show it to you. Okay. And voila. We have the baking company. Oh, I have a little bit of a bleed right there, which I can very easily fix. I'll show you how to do that. I'm going to zoom you in. So if you get motion sickness, look away because I'm going to zoom you in so you can see what I'm doing. Okay. Stuck on my little squeegee. So see right here, I have this little tiny bleed. So what I'm going to do, you can use your fingernail. You can use a knife. You can use, this is my Cricut weeding tool. It works perfectly. And I'm just going to chip it right off. Glass is completely and totally one of the most forgiving surfaces to chalk on because it's very easy to get off. Now, it is easy to get off, so some people feel the need to seal it. I don't seal it because it's not going to get wet. I'm not going to wash the outside of this. You don't want to wash anything with water because your chalk will come off. It's got to get wet though, and you have to wash it. If it's just going to get like a mist of water on it, it's going to be just fine. Okay, so voila. I've got it's not perfect just because I'm trying to show it to you, so I have a funky angle of the light. So you just fix it like so. And there we go. Now I don't have a bleed anymore. So we have the baking company, breads, pies, desserts, made daily with love. I'm going to zoom you back out. So you could do a couple of things to zhuzh this up. You know, you could put a ribbon around the top of it, which is what it's my intention to do. Oh, I know you're shocked. Maria is using black and white buffalo plaid. I promise I do own other ribbon. Just why not use your favorite, right? When you know you like something, use the thing you know you like, right? Okay, so we're just going to stick a little ribbon on here. Put a little cute little bow. Oops. And make a better bow than that because that wasn't necessarily my best bow making skills. So I'm just, hello. Hello. Company. Everybody say hi, Joe. He's in his jammies. Hi, Joe. Oh, Virg isn't back yet. Virg is still on her cruise. Are you going to bed?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I love you. Good night. Sleep well.
I will.
See you in the morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm just making my cute little bow. So we can stick it on our cute little cookie jar. My next intention is to make this really fun little cookie tin next to me, which would be really fun for people that you're making gifts for. I love cookie tins to give them as gifts. I think they're a really nice alternative to a box or a gift bag. And you can put all kinds of things in cookie tins. So you can chalk away on cookie tins. Okay, my bow's not right yet, but hang on. I want to do my little, I never know what to call them. My kite tails. There's a name for them. I just don't know what it is. Joseph just dropped something upstairs. Okay, so fluff up my little bow. Oops, that's what my problem is. My bow is like, there we go. And voila! We have the baking company. Voila. Look at how cute that is. Now, who would not want cookies made in this, right? Okay, this is adorable. I might put the bow off to the side. No, I guess not. We've outdone ourselves again, people. You know, we make some cute stuff. I don't know what I would do without you guys. Okay, so here's our super fun little baking company. Next, that bow's too big, right? The bow should be bigger or smaller. He's just too big. All right, so we got the baking company. Now I'm going to show you real quick down and dirty how you clean your, oops, it's rolling away, how you clean your transfer. Hey, Miss Debbie from Texas. Welcome to our chucking party. All right, so I love this transfer. I don't particularly care to bake. I know a lot of people that like to bake though, and I like to eat the stuff that they make. I do bake, but it is not my, it's not my jam. I will do it because, you know, you have to, right? You got to make cookies and things when you're a mom. But it's not something I choose to, you know, it's not something I find great pleasure in, like chalk, right? I could chalk all day long. I cannot. Christmas time is I go to town with the cookie baking, but that's about it. Okay, so I have washed my transfer off. Dovetails. Thank you, Linda. Linda says my little things on my ribbon are called dovetails. I think you're right, Linda. Okay, so my transfer is now wet. I used our board eraser to get the residue from my chalk paste off. As you'll notice, when my transfer is wet, it is no longer sticky. I'm using the microfiber side of my fuzzing towel to dry my transfer off. Again, which is one of the beauties of this amazing towel, is its double-sidedness and its ability to multitask for your needs in cleaning transfers. So right now, my transfer is not sticky. When your transfers get wet, they lose their stick. But as they dry, the stick comes back. It's like magic. I'm sure there's some like fancy science attached to it, but to me it's like magic. But what's going to happen now is when he gets sticky, he's going to get sticky because he's going to get sticky and he doesn't have any resting time. So see, now it's already starting. See, he's starting to get sticky again. Ooh, yeah. So now he's super sticky. Hi, Mom. Oh yeah, he's super sticky. So now you have to do that fuzzing process again. Now if I let him rest and I didn't use it right away, he would not be as sticky. It has something to do with and my towel's wet now, so he doesn't want to fuzz. So I'm just going to fuzz it up because now we're going to do it on a quick little cookie tin. Cookie tins you can find pretty much anywhere. There's a couple of places that tend to have them, you know, any baking, you know, like places that sell baking supplies, you know, and some of the big craft hobby stores sell baking supplies and they have cookie tins. But you can really buy them pretty much anywhere. I like to buy the plain ones like this guy, which this is a very bright pink. Oops, he's upside down. I'm hoping this time we're going to be able to get the border to fit, but again, it's kind of a tight fit. Okay, this time it'll fit. So I'm just gonna put the baking company on this one. Again, same thing, just two totally different looks. The difference between glass and a cookie tin. So this is just one of those great examples of you can chalk on anything. So don't feel like you can only do this on chalkboards or you can only do this on fabric with ink. You can really chalk on anything. You can spray seal them if you want to. You just hit them with a $4 bottle of Krylon acrylic. And then you can get them wet. But again, this isn't gonna go anywhere unless I want it to go somewhere. So unless I'm gonna stick this in the washing or the dishwasher or I'm gonna wash it, I'm not worried about it. I might, dry dust it. I might get, a little spot on it and need to wipe it off, but it's not like I'm gonna take a washcloth and rub the heck out of the outside of these containers. And typically for cookie tins, you can seal it again if you're worried that you're gonna give it to somebody and then they're gonna wash it. So oops, where's my white? You can totally do that, but you don't have to, because it's just a vessel for an amazing gift. I have white somewhere. Maybe we're not going to use white. Maybe my white's in the other room. Yep, I don't have white. How could I not have white, right? You say that's like the most popularly used color. Oh, I know why. I don't have white in here because it's in the other room. From the open house the other night, it's in my Try Me station. So we're going to use a different color. We're going to use greige. Let's use greige. Greige is the next best. I love greige. Greige is a very pale, maybe we're not going to find greige. Oh, there it is. Greige is a very pretty pale, it's kind of like a dirty white. It's a very pretty gray color. I use greige often. I use gray colors way more often than I ever use black. Black for me is the least used color that I have. In fact, this is my second jar of black ever, and I've been doing this for 2 years, and I teach a lot of classes. Black is just not, unless you're using on a white background, it's just not a color you use a ton. Where white, on the other hand, oh my gosh, I can't tell you how many jars of white paste I have gone through. So I like white. You could use ink on this, and you could put it in the oven and heat set it. But again, it's a cookie tin. I don't know if I'd go through all that effort for, here's your cookies. I don't know. Maybe I'm just lazy, really, at the end of the day. All right, so we're going to do the baking company. This time I'm going to use our little mini squeegee. I don't know why, just because I grabbed it. But this is another example of a different type of squeegee. The mini squeegees are super fun to get into little areas, so that's kind of their purpose. These you have to get through me, however, because, well, you can buy them on the website, but when you buy them, you get 12. And trust me, you don't need 12. So if you want a mini squeegee, you got to let me know, because I have the mini squeegees. But it's also most often the size squeegee that I put in bundles because, again, you can't buy them. So I try to, you can buy them, but I don't know why you would. Because, you don't need, it is nice to have more than one, but I don't know that you need 12 because I don't have 12 in front of me. So I'm just covering up my chalk. Again, I'm squeegeeing straight up and down. I am not squeegeeing flat. I'm just pulling my paste across my transfer through my silk screen. That's all you gotta do. I actually think I'm gonna like the greige instead of the white. And then I just take all that excess paste and squeegee it right off. Because why waste it? You don't need it on here. It doesn't do you any good to leave it. So you might as well put it back in your container and use it for next time. Oops, I missed that little corner. Just make sure you've covered up your whole silk screen. Okay. Now I'm, oops, I got chalk on my finger. Now I was really stuck down, so I'm going to be very careful when I pull it off. I'm going to start it in the corners just to get it going in the middle so I have something to hold on to. But as you notice, see how stuck on there that is? Do not want to stretch my transfer, so I do not pull it diagonally. I pull it slowly and I go straight up and down. Don't stick your fingers in your paste, your wet paste, as you go. You just pull it straight up and down. I'm pulling straight up and down. I am not pulling it towards me. If I pull it towards me, what happens is it starts to curl on the bottom. And if sometimes they curl up like, the little tiny guys can curl up like Christmas ribbons. So see how it kind of curled? If I had pulled it quickly or pulled it towards me, it would be curled. So I just stick this in my water bath. It doesn't hurt it to be curled. It's just a pain in the butt to store because now you got to get it to lay down. I went off of my transfer, so I just wash that off real quick. you have a horrible glare, so you can't see my super cute little cookie tin here. Oh, there's cookie tins inside this one. There's other sizes. So this is another really cute little vessel for a fun little, I got some paste in places I don't want it. So we have one transfer, two very different designs. And very, I would say probably one's more contemporary, one's more traditional, farmhouse-esque. Do this here so you get rid of the glare. And then we've got our fun little cookie jar. So these are our super fun little projects for the evening. Same transfer, two totally different looks. This is the Baking & Company transfer. It's $9.99 because it's an A size. If you are curious at all about checking these transfers out, you can go to www.chalkcouture.com/makingmaria, and you can see I used grayish chalk paste, black velvet chalk paste, and the Baking Company transfer to create these super fun, very different, just fun ways to give gifts. This cookie jar, though, I'm putting in my kitchen, so my daughter is going to be my little, hey, will you fill this with cookies more often for Mom? Because Mom really liked your oatmeal cinnamony cookies because they were really good. They're not as good as Aunt Karen's, but they're close, so maybe you should keep practicing because pretty soon you could just be as good as Aunt Karen. That's kind of a joke at our house. You just need to keep practicing because you're getting there. You're getting it, but you're just not quite there yet. So just keep making cookies and everybody will be good. I'm rambling tonight. So the Making Maria VIP group is where all the fun stuff happens. So if you're not in that group, you can comment add me, or you can go in your search bar and just type right in Making Maria VIP group and request to join, and I'll get you in there. That's where all the specials. The Make It Monday bundle is already posted. I posted that this morning, and it is a special deal on all of the fun, in vogue paste colors. So these are the 5 colors that come out. These guys come out every catalog, or every big catalog, so twice a year. Well, actually it might be more than that. These are the spring colors. There's 5 fun pastes, and the Make It Monday bundle is a deal on all 5 of these. So if you are interested in taking advantage of kind of growing your paste collection, you want to go in the VIP group to check that out. If that's also where the details are for the very fun splash workshop that we are doing, where we're going to create some very fun, they're just dreamy to me. They're so romantic, the backgrounds to me. So we're going to teach you how to make the background on a canvas, and then we're going to chalk over it with an A-size transfer to make some, something fun. You can pick the transfer from a selection of transfers that I have, but you get everything to do it. You get the frame, you get the markers, you get the canvases, the paste, the squeegee. So that's Workshop Wednesday. What Workshop Wednesday is I create a project and you guys create it right along with me. So that, you're getting the opportunity to make what I'm making and then ask questions as you go. So that is the March 4th Workshop Wednesday. Tomorrow is Workshop Wednesday. I know, it's not Wednesday, it's Tuesday. But we're making earrings tomorrow night, so if you have not made the wooden earrings, pop back in tomorrow night at 9 o'clock Central Time. We're going to make some very fun wood earrings. And I do have supplies, so if you want to make them, let me know. And I will get you the supplies, because you could always make it afterwards, because the replay is always out there, so you can make them anytime. That's all I got. Oh, and if you're curious at all about what it means to have this kind of Chalk Couture fun, about what it means to use your Chalk Couture designership to create fun things and have fun with people, message me and I would be more than happy to just give you the details. And you can decide if it's something that fits for what you want to do or not. But it is a very, very fun way to meet people, have some fun. You can do it all kinds of different ways. There's not a lot of rules in the company about how you can do what you want to do. And you get to create fun things. So that's all I got for you tonight. Thanks so much for watching me. I hope you had a fantastic Monday. And I will be back at you tomorrow night at about 9 o'clock Central Time. Thanks, guys. Have a super great Tuesday. See ya.